everyone, welcome back to Gundam Build Guide. So we have a fairly complicated week this week in terms of the many banners that they're throwing and all this other shit that's going on, which is just a ton of stuff coming at you this week. So let's go through it all. Even though it dropped last Saturday in a really weird mix-up to the normal game schedule, my pick of this week is the Infinite Double Sokai banner for the Live Lance Heaven and the Yagged Arch Gundam. So this is a double Sokai banner, but it's an infinite double Sokai banner, which we've actually never seen before. So that gets it a rare gold rating for me. Now, I only ended up doing 6 pulls on this. I want to say you could probably just stop at 3 if you're just trying to do the weekly events. The game is trying to get you to do 9, that's where you get a reward, but it's not entirely worth it unless you really are trying to get that reward and fully farm out these suits. Now, this gets my pick of the week because the odds on this banner are just way too positive, and both of these suits are really, really good. Now, I got most of the Live Lance Heaven parts I was after, which was really satisfying for me. My main goal on the Live Lance Heaven was to pull the back and the lance, and after I got the back, I was willing to stop with the amount of parts I had. Now, the Yagged Arch Gundam, on the other hand, kind of whatever, not the best design, too similar to the normal Arch Gundam, but I got its back and its sword too, which I consider a good outcome from what I got from the banner. Now, I realized after the fact that they added the Live Lance Heaven to the game before they dropped the TV Def Scythe Hell. So, real fast, here's my poor excuse of trying to put that together out of the parts of the Live Lance I got. Now, there are also individual banners for the Live Lance and the Jag, and I cannot recommend those banners at all. You would have to be a complete idiot to grab on these because the Infinite Double Sokai is there, and the Infinite Double Sokai is always going to have better rewards and drop odds. So even if you just want one of these suits, just do the Double Sokai. The drop rate is so much better that it's like the difference between throwing your money away and just getting something good, but maybe not the thing you want. And also this week we have a semi-frustrating but kind of interesting step-up rare parts bullseye banner. Now, I fully farmed this out because I want to get those parts, and the way this thing works is it has about 7 steps in each loop. Now, on the last step of the loop, you're going to get a complete pull of all gold parts and a ticket for any part you want in the game, which is awesome. Unfortunately, for the 6 parts before that, you're probably not going to get shit. As I can show you from my one loop that I recorded, it's mostly green until you get to step 7. So this one's kind of a harder recommendation. Now, if you're a new player to the game and you don't have a lot of rare parts, then I'm going to say fully do this. This is a no-brainer. If you've been playing a while like myself, you might want to think twice about this one because maybe the gold parts you're going to get aren't going to be new gold parts. They might be a large number of not so new parts like what I got. And you should only do this banner if you're fully financially prepared to do all 7 pulls in the loop. If you don't complete the loop, then you're throwing your money away because until you get to step 7, you're just getting trash parts. So anyway, aside from that, this week kind of sucks. The charity unit this week is a purple Zaku with some missiles on it. The armor, kind of alright, but it's a Zaku wearing armor, so that's not the greatest thing ever. It comes with a brand new event story about Rin losing her cat that we never knew she had, although she does seem like the kind of girl that would have a cat. And then a bunch of new girl characters show up, and they're kind of annoying. One of them's a sociopath. It's a whole thing. Now, the extreme scenario mission this week ended up being really easy because that Zaku can't actually stand up to a fight even when it's like super OP, so that worked out. And yeah, the Big Zam is back again this week, but it's massively outdated at this point, and it's a complete pushover. So yeah, this game is kind of losing some steam with me, which is ironic because the trailer for Batlog also dropped this week. And Batlog is looking really good. Masami Obari is directing, who's a genius. One of the best mecha directors you could get, honestly. And it definitely looks like it's going to be like the epilogue movie of this entire game. Like the culmination of all we've been through over the past 2 years. It also looks like Misa might actually be the main character, which is super cool. Sana is also definitely in there, but what the fuck is wrong with her face? Does anyone else see the problem with Sana's face in the Batlog, reveals? I don't know, Santa looks really off to me. It looks like that's not Santa to me. I don't know what it is, but her face looks so wrong. Anyway, after Batlog, I'm really hoping they end it with the announcement of Gundam Breaker 4. That would so, like, just satisfy me, like, to my core. I don't know. I'm kind of getting burned out on this game again now that they've dumbed down most of the challenges, and my Gundams are, like, as strong as they can get with the game without me, like, breaking the bank and just buying a bunch of concentrated upgrade items. So, I don't know. I'm, like, starting to think I might, like, stop giving this game a shit ton of money again soon. Rockman X Die just came out in the US too, so I might focus on that for a little bit. I mean, I'm going to keep playing the game as much as I usually do, but I might go on a no money strike again until something comes out that really wins me over. I mean, there's still a few Batlog suits coming out. I'm definitely interested in Barbatoris and the Red Goof, but other than that, I'm good. Anyway, by the way, in some other Gundam news that I'm going to drop here for the hell of it, because a lot's going on, a Gundam Online Expo just started happening today, and it's going for a week, which means you have 1 week to have extremely limited chances to check out the brand new, never before seen in the US Gino Reconquista movies for free on YouTube. They're available to watch, no strings attached. I completely want to watch those tonight because I loved Gino Reconquista and I thought it had a shitty ending. But I loved everything else about it. Also dropping with the movies is the pilot episode for Gundam Builders Real, a kind of live-action prequel to the Build Fighters series, kind of a missing link between the world shown in that anime and the real world we live in now. It's a bunch of moody teenagers who used to be in a kid Gunpla team, but now they get their band back together in high school to fight Gunplas and win money. It looks like all the Gunplas in the show are going to be close to the default forms that they're based on. Like, the main characters use an RX-78 It's really boring. Although they do fight a unicorn in the first episode that has a custom blue and white paint job, so that does at least kind of imply that there will be some surprises down the line later. I'm hoping. I don't know, the CGI is what you'd expect from a TV Gundam show, but it's at least pretty to look at. The moody teenage actors, though, are really uninspiring. So far, the most clever thing about the show is the way it successfully translated the technology and the world of the Build Fighters world into, like, realistic, real-world concepts that almost seem plausible, except for the Gundam fights being like these heavily publicized, massive events that shut down whole towns and make crowds of people stop dead in their tracks to, like, witness Gundams. Anyway, the fact that the main characters also have these flashbacks, and all their flashbacks are in the form of badly edited YouTube videos they made when they were kids, that's kind of ironically realistic and a little bit clever. I don't know, since this is a limited series and the CGI is expensive, I kind of wish they had just done a real Gundam show. Or, like, try to put, like, a real Gundam show together, like, I don't know, something like A from S Team or Gundam X. Anyway, that's about all I gotta say about this week. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully there's more interesting stuff going on next week. See you guys later. Thanks!